In this video, I just want to go over dropping parts into a digitized wall and show you all the options that we have now with the new drywall plugin. Here's an assembly of track studs, the same type of drywall on each side of the wall. Double click on this and we'll drop it into this digitized wall here. This is first our studs, our track. 6-inch track. So we're going to do our number of runs of track is 2, or we could pick whatever we want. The description of our track, we're going to use a 6-inch track, or we can pick whatever we want. Now the cost each is $4.80 for that piece of track. We can change the cost right here if we want to, and we can make it 75 cents a linear foot, and it'll be $7.50 for that piece of track. We can change the division. We can add a usage for the track. We can say any one of these you can add or subtract from this list. You can have a category you can add for framing, whatever. These are just like notes now. And go down here to our track fast nails and answer these questions. The nails on center are 16 inches or 12 inches or whatever you want them to be. We can go through here and see what our options are for our fast track nails. We have 1¼ inch nails or 3/4 inch nails we'll pick. Here again, if you want to change the price of the nails, here it keeps jumping back up there. You want to change the price of the nails, change it under each. Change the division. You can add a usage or a category. Your 6-inch stud, on center spacing, enter the on center spacing that you want. Pick the stud you want now. I wrote the studs this way this time, so you can't pick one that they don't make with the wrong mill or the wrong flange. So in the other plugins where I had each window you could drop each, you'd have to answer the flange, the mill, and the gauge. Now I wrote it out to where we can just pick whatever stud that we want, and the whole stud is here. And of course I have a search window so we don't have to go down and search for them all. We'll just put 6 in there and put an inch sign, and it'll bring up our 6-inch studs. 1¼ flange, and just pick the stud you want now. It's just 25 gauge. Layout. Here's where we're paying 50 cents a linear foot. You can change it to whatever you want. You can add fixed burdens and fixed overheads. The framing screws, put the screws on center. It's the same way you answer your questions in the other plugins, but you can change your prices here on the fly, where you couldn't do it that easy with the other one. And here's the framing, the labor part. Light gauge framing would be your labor. You enter your wall height here. Your 5/8 drywall. Go down here and number of sides of wall. You enter your number of sides of wall. Your wall height. your type of drywall you want to use. I have a search here, so you can search through the different types. Your joint compound. You want to enter the number of boards, the total amount of boards on this wall, enter it there. You can pick your joint compound. How many boards per unit do you get? And you can change the amount of the mud right here if you want to, just for this one job. It won't change it in the database. It'll just change it for this job. Your inch and 5/8 fine thread screws. You want to pick your board size. You want to pick your screw size. Your studs on center. Fill out any of these questions that you want to fill out here. You want to put in your wall height, your screws in the field, your screws in the seam, how many sides of the wall are you hanging. Those are your drywall screws. So here's your joint tape. Enter number of boards. Pick your 500-foot roll, your 250-foot roll, and you can see I have 2-inch rolls of foil tape, sure tape, Tyvek. Just different types of tape in there. And you change your divisions, whatever you want to do there. Hanging, the length of the board, the price each, the wall height. Just fill in the questions, answer, click OK. Now we dropped in all of our parts. Let's see. Okay, if you want to see more answers on like the length of your studs, you will go to your columns list. If length ain't in here, all you have to do is type it in there and it'll show up. Your on-center spacing, if you want to see that, or your wall height, you want to see the wall height, sides of wall. Just turn all these on and then you have everything here. The length is a 10-foot stud, 12 inches on center, and you have your framing screws or studs are 16 on center. Your wall heights are 10 foot. The drywall's going up 10 foot. Number of sides of wall. So you can now do anything you need to know, you can put in these reports here. All you have to do is, let's say, let's open up this here. Anything that's in here you can put on this report. Board length, if you want the board length, I would just go to advanced and click on the board length, double click and open this window, copy that, cancel, go to my columns, add, and paste, and that's it. Close it. Now I have my board length in here as well. And remember, you can just click on these and you can put them in any order that you want. Alright, so there's a lot more we can do now with the plugin. The drywall plugin now is user friendly. I mean, you can actually build your own parts from these parts now. You can make your own assemblies. You can really do a ton of more things that you would need to do to customize this for your own use. And that concludes this video.